Everybody. It's your favorite 71% successful grant writer, Superior Shelby, and I'm so blessed to have you in the live stream today. Today, we are going to go over a great $100,000 that you cannot miss out on. And before I go into the $100,000 grant, I'm definitely going to give you some more insights about what grants are. And then we are going to go into the $100,000 grant. And then I'll open the floor for some questions and concerns. And I'm hoping that I will answer your questions thoroughly and in detail. And I hope and pray that you comprehend exactly what I'm trying to tell you about this free money that you should be getting. Welcome into my daily live streams. As you are coming into the live stream, and we are talking about free money that you can get to start and scale your business, especially this $100,000 grant that I'm going to go over live in effect. Okay. And we're going to go over how to apply to this grant too. So you don't want to miss this. I promise you, I won't take up so much of your time today. I don't plan on doing a full 1 hour live stream. I'm going to try my best to get through it as soon as possible because I know it's probably early in the morning for you, or you're probably just getting into work or on your lunch break, wherever you are in the world. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. So welcome in, everybody. I'm Shelby. If you don't know me, I am a 71% successful grant writer. What that means is, out of my plethora of clients that I've had over my 10 years of doing this, I have increased my success rate with applying to grants and winning them at 71%, which means out of, let's say, 1,000 of my clients, 71% of them get approved to at least one grant. And that can be one like $100,000 grant, like we're going to go over today, a $50,000 grant. I've even helped someone get $750,000. I've also posted that as a short. And the most I've ever gotten someone funded, one person, one business, was $2.5 million. Me, myself, I've been able to get millions of dollars in grants. That's why I'm a global grant queen. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm currently in Africa. I've been in Africa since October. And I've just been traveling the world, meeting new business owners and teaching them the amazing world of grants. This entire YouTube channel is dedicated to teach you how to search and apply to these amazing opportunities. Okay, friend? So let's get into it. I'm not new to this. I'm definitely true to this. I'm bringing up my YouTube studio. While I'm doing that, you can obviously drop any questions that you need to get answered about grants. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about grants before I go into this $100,000 opportunity. Make sure you like the live stream so the YouTube algorithm can spread it out to all of those entrepreneurs, startups, and small business owners who are looking for some business funding, and they're looking for some funding that's not going to run their personal credit. You know what I mean? Okay, so grants. Grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks. There's no personal information needed, like your ID or your social security number, right? So you don't have to provide that with grants. And grants is very simple and quite easy for me to get, but I understand that there are entrepreneurs out there and startup business owners that have been going for grants, but they haven't been winning. So I'm going to address that in just a minute. Now that we know that grants is free money and you don't have to pay it back, you can get a grant from your state and local government. Even though what's going on politically and economically, there will always be grants available for startups and small business owners and innovators, because your community wants you to keep pushing, keep thriving, so you can continue to provide jobs for those who are in need of a position. So you have, let's say, for example, grants, $10,000 grant for women entrepreneurs in Dallas, Texas, right? So that's just an example. So you can get a grant from your state and local government. You would usually find those grants by going through the Small Business Development Center in your particular state, in your particular county, okay? Now, you can also get a grant from another big company like Apple, Google, Gucci. Beyonce Sacred is even giving out a $10,000 grant opportunity to salon owners and barbershop owners. And then also you can get them from like Uber, DoorDash, all of these big hundreds of $1 million earning companies. They give out grants because it helps them around tax time on the back end, so where they can show that they have given charitable gifts and rewards, and it helps them on their taxes. So also, to reassure you, no matter what's going on economically and politically in the world, there will always be grants given, because you have big companies that need to give out this money and charitable awards and gifts so that way we can have opportunities and it helps them on the back end with taxes. Okay, so that's the second place you can get the grant. Welcome in, friends. Make sure you like the live stream so that way YouTube can spread out this information. The algorithm can spread it out to all of those who are in need of some business funding. This $100,000 grant we're going to go over is one you cannot miss out. So I'm going to get to that in about 5 minutes. So then you can also get a grant from a place, from like a nonprofit organization, or you can also get a grant from, like, let's say a group of investors. They put all of their earnings or a piece of their earnings or a percentage of their earnings into a pot, and they're giving out that reward or that grant as a charitable gift or whatever have you, which still helps them as an investment corporation on taxes and stuff like that, right? But you also have dedicated small business centers and small business nonprofits that help, right? That help small profits. Small businesses and also other nonprofits scale. So let me give you an example. Hello Skip. Hello Skip is a U.S. certified nonprofit organization that helps startups and small business owners get the resources and tools they need, help them with funding, help them with applying to grants. So that's Hello Skip, and they also give out grants too. What they do is they receive donations and sponsorships from other companies, and then they also share some of their let's say their revenue from content and stuff, because Ryder from Hello Skip, he does content. If you guys don't follow them, make sure you go and follow their YouTube, because they're always giving out a $1,000 raffle every week to a random business owner. So they have a dedicated nonprofit organization to help startups and small business owners get some type of funding to start a business or to scale the one they currently own. Then you have places like I Fund Women, the Fearless Fund, Black Makers, Black Change Makers. You have so many others. Hello Alice. Those are nonprofit organizations and as well as investment corporations. So they give out angel investment opportunities, but they also give out grant opportunities too. And they get this money from donors and sponsors that they collaborate with. Okay. So those are the three main places that you can actually get a grant from. Okay. So for those of you who are coming in, if you don't mind, please like in the live stream so that way the YouTube algorithm can push this information out to those entrepreneurs who are looking for this type of information. Now that you know grants are no credit checks, there's no personal information needed. All right. And this is not like your traditional lending, like loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. Loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, they do require your personal information. You do have to provide them with bank statements. You do have to provide them with a lot of information to prove how you are going to pay that loan back in the event that your business doesn't have the revenue generated yet to start paying the loan back. Well, that's not how grants work. See, grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. Now, it does take a little bit of work for you to apply to these opportunities because it's free money. But I would rather go for grants versus going for loans, because with loans, I would have to provide so much of my personal information, especially if you are a person that's in the process of building your personal credit so you can buy things like a house or start, generating some financial freedom for your family and getting assets and stuff. If you are in the process of building your personal credit, I would not go for business loans, lines of credit, or credit cards. What I will focus on is grant opportunities. And also, if you have the type of business, depending on the type of business that you have, I would also go for like government contracts too. Now with grants, okay, there's 4 different ways you can win a grant. Now, with winning grants, a lot of these grantors, they want to make sure they are choosing the best candidate that aligns with their grant mission. So what does that mean? You may be a business, let's say, for example, you are a medical courier service, which means you have like some vans, some trucks, or you probably right now at the moment using your own car, and you are picking up supplies and equipment and medical things, and you are delivering them to like different assisted living facilities. You're delivering them to homes. You're delivering them to pharmacies and doctors' offices, right? So I'm just giving an example here. And so if you have a type of business like that can be labeled as transportation, a delivery service, and also in the medical field, then you need to go for grants that are in those three categories and that also is tailored towards you or targeted towards you as an entrepreneur. For example, if you are a male veteran entrepreneur, right? You can go for a veteran entrepreneur. They call it vetrepreneur grant opportunities. If you are a Black-owned company or a minority-owned business, you can still go for those grants that are open to you. And trust and believe, especially what's going on politically, there are tons more of minority grants available than ever. And these are not funded by the federal government. So you don't have to worry about what's going on politically, stopping your shine or stopping you from receiving those opportunities. Because these grants that I'm always talking about are funded directly from the business owner's income. Okay, so it's not federally certain. This is not federal grants or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about your opportunities being taken away. I want to reassure you on that. Now, you want to go for the grant that aligns with your grant mission. So back to my example, if you are a transportation company, yes, there are grants out here for transportation companies. Matter of fact, there is a grant for all business industries, rather it's medical courier services or transportation and trucking. It can be child care services where you want to open up your own daycare. It can be for if you want to have your own healing yoga studio. If you want to be into the beauty industry and start making your own soaps, and if you're a barber, whatever business industry you're into, there will always be a grant for you. Keep in mind, you can also go for grants that are targeted towards you as an entrepreneur. So I'll give you another example. Let's say you are a part of the LGBTQ plus community. There are grants for you. So you can go for grants just by being in that community. You can go for grants just by being a woman entrepreneur. You can go for grants just because you are a Black entrepreneur. There will always be a grant for you to apply to. Now, the key to this, and the number one reason why most startups and small business owners don't go for these grant opportunities is because of the time, in essence, it takes to search for the grant and to apply to it. And also, right? And also, I would say number two is the lack of confidence. Okay. The lack of confidence and feeling like they are actually answering these questions correctly. So a lot of people get afraid because you automatically think going for a grant, it is a challenge. Like you need a grant proposal, you need all this paperwork, you need all this document. I'm here to tell you, you don't need all of that stuff. Okay. I'm going to give you three key components, three key business documents that you should have before you decide to go for grants that will help you with answering those grant questions and that will also streamline your entire grant writing process. Okay. Now, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. I can give you step-by-steps, one-on-one. I'm having $50 consultations right now. So I'll put my number in the chat for you. You can text #grants to my number, which is 855-731-1487. You can always text me. I'll be more than happy to, do this on a one-on-one Zoom call with you for 45 minutes. But while I have you right now, friend, you guys make sure you like the live stream so the YouTube algorithm can push this out to people who's looking for this information. While I have you here, okay, number one, when you are going for a grant, it's really good to have a business plan. I cannot stress this enough. The reason why, friend, is because the business plan is going to serve as an answer key. So you may come across a grant. In most cases, how these grant applications work. And I'm going to show you the application for, or how the process works for the $100,000 grant. So we're going to get there. In most cases, how these things work is that the first half of the application is going to be general information. What's your first and last name, your address, your phone number, your email address. So that's about the owner. Then about the business, what's the business name, EIN, address, or email address, website if you have one, and what is your social media like accounts. If you have Twitter, if you have LinkedIn, whatever, just copy and paste your entire URL to one of your social media channels. And then you will have another section where they're asking you direct questions to understand where you currently are in your business, what is your service or product, why should you be chosen for the grant opportunity, what would you do with the grant money, and how will the grant money be impactful. Your business plan is going to help you with answering those questions because you'll be able to use key factors in your business plan, like your executive summary, which will give them a thorough explanation of exactly what your product or service is, what is your customer's problem, how you are solving that problem different from all of your other like competitors. And then you'll have like your mission statement and your vision statement that will help answer those questions on what you would do with the grant. So having a business plan is your answer key, friend, to you answering the questions. You just simply need to apply and give yourself a chance. Now, I want to be completely 100% because we transparent, okay, in my live streams. I don't sugarcoat. I don't do none of that, going around the mulberry bush, okay? Being completely direct. Grants are no 100% guarantee that you will win because it is a competition. You are competing for a chance to win this money, just like other aggressive entrepreneurs who are in the same financial situation as you are. So it's very important that you show up for your business and you show some compassion about your development process and how you would truly use this money and provide more jobs for your community, provide more solutions for your clients, and how you'll be able to really push forward in financial freedom personally for your entire family. You need to express truly and deeply get in that heart, okay? Because if you aggressively need money for your startup and for your small business, then you can go for these grants. And who's to say that you can just simply apply to one grant? It could be $100,000, like we're about to go over this $100,000 grant opportunity, and you can win off of just applying to one grant. I have clients that I've only applied to about 5 grants for them, and they've won all 5 of them simply because they have such a compelling storyline, a compassionate storyline that is like, this person clearly shows a need for this grant. So we should definitely grant this person because we trust that this individual, this entrepreneur, this business will use this grant money that we're giving to them, and they will actually use it and put it to good use and be impactful to their community and to helping others with solving the problem with their product or service. Okay. All right. So there is a key to winning these grants, and it's all about being as compassionate, compelling, and thorough as possible when you are answering these questions. And having that business plan will help you with that. Now, I write business plans, so we can have a one-on-one consultation. We'll talk about your business. And in my one-on-one consultations, I also talk about how you can start making money now, because it's also good to show that you've already been generating some revenue that might also help you with increasing your chances of approvals. Okay. All right. So you can text hashtag grants. I'm putting my number here that we're going to go over this $100,000 grant opportunity. And we're going to go over how you can apply to it. I want you to drop your questions in the chat because I want to be able to answer your questions as soon as I'm done going over this grant with y'all. Okay. Okay. All right. So okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm bringing up the grant. Okay, so I posted my business, blah blah blah. Okay, so I posted my number there, so you can always text me. Okay, in the middle of this, and let's pay attention to this information I'm giving you because I want to make sure that you get this grant information. Okay, now, excuse me, if you are a person and this is not your first time seeing me, you know I've most likely talked about this particular grant opportunity. Sorry, you know I've actually talked about this accelerator program once before. Let me tell you the difference between an accelerator program versus a grant program, okay, or a grant opportunity. Accelerator programs, okay, and incubator programs work differently from traditional grants. Accelerator programs give you the money, they give you strategies, they give you coaching, they also give you an opportunity to pitch your business idea or your products and services to get more investors. They put you in a room to network, to be able to develop, to get more clients. And they also give you perks and deals with other companies that they've collaborated with, like IBM Cloud, Amazon, Rackspace, Google, whatever have you. An accelerator is usually a 6 to 12 week program that will help you with developing in your entire company. So they'll give you money, but they'll also help you develop too. Imagine getting $100,000. You also get 12 weeks of coaching with a high earning entrepreneur in your industry. So that means they're going to teach you the ropes. You'll also get perks and deals with different business resource tools like payment processors, different internet tools to automate in your entire process of your e-commerce store or whatever you're doing. So you'll get perks and deals. So that means you don't have to pay full price for these business resources and tools and stuff. And then you'll also get a chance to network with other potential clients or investors, which means you can get more money so you can really reach for the stars within the first year of even starting your business. That's what this particular accelerator program is all about. So I'm going to take you through Generator. Generator is my favorite accelerator program. Why? Because they are not only US based, but they're also for worldwide businesses and companies and ideas. So if you are here in Africa with me, if you are my friend here in Africa, especially in Nigeria, then yes, you have a chance at potentially going for one of these opportunities. I'll show you exactly where you need to start applying, and we'll go over the application and all that stuff. Okay. All right. So you ready? Cool. So I like accelerator programs. Accelerator programs, like I said, this one gives you $100,000, and then they also give you 12-week coaching and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Let me get to it. It's called the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator, and this one is based out of Delaware. No, you don't have to be a Delaware-based business or company in order for you to be able to be qualified for this one. As long as you are a US-based company anywhere in the United States of America, you can go for this $100,000 Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator presented by Generator.com. Okay, so we're gonna go through the actual application as well together to reassure yourself and to give you clarity on what you need to have before you decide to apply. And I want you to drop your questions inside the chat. Now, if you want to have a more tailored conversation, a one-on-one, I have $50 consultations going on right now. So you can just text #grants. I'll send over my website so that way you can go ahead and sign up for on my calendar and things like that. Okay, so I'll send you my calendar link and then you can take it from there. All right, so sorry, I had to text one of y'all back. Okay, so let me show you. Well, it'd be better if I get my other. See, I'm learning how to be professional with this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you. Also in the description of this live stream, I also have the link for you to apply to. Okay, so okay, so let's go into it. The Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator Program. Okay, so let me clean this. How about that? So you can see clearly. Okay. All right, so you can visit generator.com. Like I said, I've already put inside of the description. If you want me to, I'm going to bring it up for you. In the description, you have all of the under key highlights. You have the name, how much the grant is, the deadline date for this particular opportunity, as well as the link. Okay, so everything is there for you inside of the description down below, or somewhere you can tap somewhere on this phone. Okay, so you can directly go there. But let's go over the actual application first before you get out of the live stream. Make sure you like the live stream, please, so that way the YouTube algorithm can share this with other entrepreneurs who are looking for this information. All right, so Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator. The Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator invests up to $100,000 in high growth startups. So let's talk about the program. So the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator invests in up to 5 companies per year. In addition to a $100,000 investment, each participating startup will receive 12 weeks of concierge mentorship-based programming. Generator is a nationally ranked accelerator that invests in high growth startups and supports the growth of these startups through its network of experienced mentors, technologists, corporate partners, angel investors, and venture capitalists. So you can learn more about their statistics by clicking the hyperlink. Now let's look at some information. Now they have two of them that's going on. They have a Bronze Valley investment, fall 2025. Haley, and what I like about Generator is you can actually directly contact the manager. Haley Kendrick is the managing director. So if you have any additional questions, definitely shoot her an email. And then you have a second upcoming program that is ran by the managing director is Darren Stevenson. Okay. And what they do is, let me see, this is the one that's directly in Delaware. Okay. So let's just go over the one that's for literally everybody, no matter where you are located. Okay. All right. So the Bronze Valley investment, we already went over that. They're going to pick 5 high growth startups per cohort. Okay. So the program starts, or the application deadline date, sorry, is July 27th. And the program kickoff, so it starts September 18th. What I want you to think of, okay, because a lot of you guys ask this frequently asked question: when will they let us know that we were selected for the grant? I want to reassure you that any grant that you apply to, it in most cases, the grant website page will tell you when they are actually going to choose the winner. Okay. But if it doesn't have a specific date on there that shows you, like on here, if it doesn't say we're choosing the winners on this date, then expect to be, reached out to or have a correspondence via email. Expect them to reach out to you via email and let you know if you were selected at least 30 days after the application deadline date. So, which means I would love for you to reassure yourself, put a note in your phone, put an alarm on your phone at let's say 9 a.m., August 27, 2025. And I want you to go into your email and check to see if you receive any email from generator.com or from the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator. Okay. Now, the program is 12 weeks. So that means starting September 18th, and 12 weeks after is when the program is actually going to end. Okay. Now, let's click on apply now so you can have reassurance on what you need to have before you decide to apply to this grant. Okay. Shout out to a friend of mine. You just booked a one-on-one consultation with me. I can't wait to talk to you, friend. We're going to have so much fun in our conversation. Keep in mind, I do one-on-one consultations. It's only $50. Super worth it because we go over information like this. We talk about the grants that serve in your favor. And I do ask some probing questions that gives us both reassurance on why you should be chosen for grants. And we prepare you for these type of grant opportunities. This $100,000 is for any business owner. There's no specifics on who they are choosing. So you can be in truck and transportation. You can be in sustainable energy and technology. You can be into healthcare. You can be into the beauty industry, lawn care services, car washes, whatever have you. This is the perfect $100,000 accelerator program that you can apply to that will help give you that boost you need to really scaling yourself. Okay. So for all of my new family that's coming into the live stream, if you don't mind, please like the live stream so that way the YouTube algorithm can continue to push this information out there to those of you all who's looking for it, okay, and other entrepreneurs. All right, so this is the Bronze Valley Accelerator application. So, like I said earlier, the first half they're asking your first and last name, email, phone number, LinkedIn, anything that has a star. It says this field is required, okay? So anything that has a star there, that means you have to fill it out. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, which honestly, friend, in 2025, you need to have a LinkedIn. Okay. LinkedIn is lit. So you need to have a LinkedIn. But if you don't, that's fine. But I also want to give you a gem here to give you some free game. The more information that you provide on these applications, the higher the chances that you will have with getting approved with this opportunity. Why? Because it shows that you are properly prepared. Okay. And not having a LinkedIn can be a little bit skeptical, okay? Because they want to be able to look you up and look at your profile and see what qualifies you to be in this particular, business industry that you're getting into. They want to see some sort of meritness. They want to see how far you've gone in your career journey, okay? So definitely have a LinkedIn, but if you don't, it's optional, as you can see. Now you put in your state, the country, and the different programs you would like to apply for. You select the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator Fall 2025, not the one in Delaware, unless you are located in Delaware. We are going for the general $100,000 Fall Accelerator program. That's for all businesses all across the United States. So you click that one. Put in your company name. Now you see website, friend. You need to have a website. If you don't have a website in 2025, I'm sorry, you're not really looking legit, okay? And I'm saying that with actual care and compassion, okay? We are using social media apps every day, even to find the best pizza local spot in our neighborhood. So if you are even using Google and you're finding a restaurant near me, things like that, you're using these apps like that, then you got to think that there's other people that are actually searching for your products and services, and they're doing the same thing. Yoga studio near me, hairstylist near me, lace closures near me, barbershops and barber schools near me, child care facilities, 24-hour daycares near me, a store near me. So you need to be Googleable. You need to have a website, okay? You need to look professional, okay? All right, so description, describe your business in 3 to 10 sentences. Here's why you need to have a good business plan. A business plan, all right, will help you with describing your business and giving you the information you need. 3 to 10 sentences. This is literally in your executive summary, which is like the first, or this is really the third page of your business plan. All you got to do is go to your business plan, copy that mission statement, or copy what your business is about, and paste it in here. You want me to give you an example? Let me know in the chat if you want me to show you an example of a good business plan. Okay. Business model. Describe your business model. How does your business make money or intend to make money? This is quite easy. How do you literally give them step by step? We plan to use social media to market ourselves. Once we reach a certain goal, a client will come from social media or come from our marketing. Once they come from our marketing, they will click the link. Once they click the link, all of that data is being tracked. So what happens is we'll be able to sell to them our bundle deals, or our 3 products separately, or our 3 services separately, which starts at $29.99 and goes up to, let's say, $500. And then if they decide to get the bundle deal, they can get everything for $4.99 or $5.99 or whatever. And then once they purchase the bundle deal, they'll get an extra incentive. And then once they're all done purchasing, then we'll also circle back to them after 30 days to ask how was the product and to give them a coupon, allowing us to keep our customer in our ecosystem, right? So that's literally explaining how describing your business, or describing how your business will make money. Describing your business model is pretty much how you answer that first part of the question. It's, are you business to customer? Are you business to business? Are you business to customer, business to business? Which means, do you serve customers? Do you serve businesses? Or do you serve both? Okay. Do you have any customers? Yes or no. Is the company generating revenue? Yes or no. Competitors. This is why having a business plan will help you out, simply because you go to your business plan, you go to what's called your competitive analysis. And when you go into your competitive analysis, you copy that information and you paste it in here from your business plan. This is not hard at all, guys. If you have a business plan, it really does serve as an answer key. Team. Who is your team? So is it only you, or do you have another person? And what are your backgrounds? So if you are looking to use this $100,000 to open up your own salon, okay, and you've been renting a chair for the last 10 years, well, what is your background and skills? You have a cosmetology license. You've already been working 10 years in the industry. You've already received a lot of good information, or a lot of good feedback. And so now you believe that it is time for you to actually develop and have your own physical location, allowing you to offer a space for other young cosmetologists so they can rent out their chairs and booth, and you can teach them the game. Okay. So that's that. All right. So skills. What are your background and skills do you have to make your company a success? Traction. It says may include revenue generated in the last month, revenue generated in the lifetime of your company, monthly revenue growth rate, number of customers, notable customer, number of paid or unpaid pilots. Okay, so what this means is they want to see what your revenue traction is. Okay, they want to see if you haven't generated any revenue. That's fine. That's why they have number of customers, notable customers, number of paid or unpaid pilots. So what that means is No, y'all, I don't know if y'all been hearing about this. Okay. So on social media, okay, Jada Waiter has done a quick pilot where she's done like you can pre-order one of her sets or whatever while she has 15,000 customers that is quite upset with her right now. She did it as a pilot just to see if she can get individuals. It was a data collection type of exercise. While I think that was the wrong way to go about it, right? But she took in 15,000 pre-orders for a new collection set outfit that she's putting out there, okay? She didn't pay for it. The clients paid for it. But she has notable customers. So she has 15,000 customers, right? And she can show how much money she's actually generated from just doing pre-sales. So that's an example. If you have been doing this outside of an LLC or whatever have you, you haven't, let's say you've been doing your business. I'll give you an example. If you've been selling chicken out of your kitchen every Friday or whatever have you, right? How much money have you been able to kick out and how much money have you been able to make from that? Even if you don't have any money in your pockets right now or in your business bank account, were you able to generate some sort of revenue from your idea as of yet? Okay. If you haven't, definitely let's book a one-on-one consultation. Let's talk about execution strategy on how to put yourself out there. Yes, it is completely 100% legal for you to receive pre-orders. Yes, you can do that, but it's all about being ethical in your business. When you say that they are going to receive or the time that they should receive their orders, they should get it at that time, okay? And I myself, I've actually been, unfortunately, because of the tariffs, I've actually been a person that has been, I've been affected by the tariffs. I was doing my African body soaps, but I had to stop doing it simply because of the tariffs, how much it costs for me to send over one bar of soap, which only costs like $10. It will cost me like almost $100, right, to send that over. So I decided, you know what, we're going to slow down on it. When I come back to the US, which will be in August, I hope you guys like come and see me because I'm like actually planning to do like a whole entire in-person class. But when I come to the US in August, then I'll also just have my soaps there. And if you want to buy them physically in person, or if you've already like purchased once before and did a pre-order, I'll have them there and I could just gift you, right? So that's what I plan on doing. So outside of the tariff situation, because I'm on the other side of the world, but you can do pre-orders, especially if you are doing like e-commerce opportunities. Okay. So let's see, which industry are you in? Select and apply. You can just quickly search if you're in trucking, transportation, okay, transportation, trucking, railroad. You can put that in there, okay, for this $100,000 grant opportunity. Select 15 keywords that'll further describe your business. How many full-time employees do you have? If it's just you, then it's you. How many part-time employees do you have? Investment stage. So have you already invested in your business? All right. So if you haven't, then you will kind of be pre-seed. That's what that would be. And usually they come up. Okay. So you have not sure, not applicable. You can definitely, it's no problem. You can use that. Okay. If you haven't invested in your company yet, if you have used your own money to invest in your company, you need to do pre-seed. All right. If you've actually received a business loan, line of credit, or credit card, okay, seed. Okay. All right, cool. Funding dates. What is the exact dollar amount of funding that you have received from an accredited investor in USD? So if you receive any investment, put that information there. Are you currently fundraising? Yes. Okay, because you applying to this opportunity is clearly saying that you're trying to raise some money, all right, for your business. Now, here's where the fun part is. While has no asterisk to it, it will still help increase your chances of approvals if you have your business plan and what's called a pitch deck. A pitch deck is a PowerPoint version of your actual business plan. Now, you can attach the file as a PDF, and once you upload your file, then you want to come here and upload your executive summary, which is the key part, literally the first 3 pages of your business plan. This is why I always say this: have a business plan, have a pitch deck, and have a 90-second pitch video, which is a 3-minute pitch video, which will give them more insight. It's going to be that video piece. Give them more insight about your company, your service and product, and how you are solving problems out here and why you should be chosen. So besides funding, what are your biggest challenges for facing your company now? Please don't answer this question by saying we need funding. Please don't answer this question by saying we don't have enough customers. Please don't answer this question by saying we don't have this type of equipment. No. Okay? No, no, no. Okay? There is a strategic way, in a professional way, in a thorough way that you can actually answer this question. What are the biggest challenges facing your company? You need to first state, our company does A, B, and C. We solve our problems differently by using these supplies and equipment. We'll be able to continue to be innovative and thrive in that innovation by being able to acquire these types of things that we need. Then that's when you name like the supplies and equipment. You can even put the price in there, and then you can also put in, or by us investing in our marketing strategy, which we intend to bring in X amount of clients. The challenge with that is, and then you can further on like adding some compassion into it. But you need to set this answer up thoroughly, and I can explain this more deeply in a one-on-one consultation. And I also go dive deep into this like in another video that I did, but this was a long time ago. But there's a certain way that you answer this question. Don't use Chat GPT to help you with answering these questions. If you use Chat GPT with answering these questions, what these grantors are going to do is they're going to download your application. They will upload your application to what's called Zero GPT. Okay? Zero GPT. And Zero GPT is the trusted GPT for ChatGPT and AI detector tool by Zero GPT. Okay, it's the most advanced and reliable ChatGPT content detector. What they will do is they will download your entire application, they'll upload it here, and then they will detect if you have used any type of ChatGPT answers at all with completing your application. Do not use ChatGPT, okay? This is a real life tool that Grantor is using. I'm giving you the sauce here, friends, so don't take, this is not an easy route. You got to really put some compassion and thought into this. Program goals. But if you have a business plan for me, if you have a business plan, the business plan is going to serve as your answer key, okay? Program goals. This information is also inside of your business plan. Reason for selection. All right, why should they select you? This is where you're getting compassionate. All right, what are your goals and what ways can they help you? All right, so circle back to what their entire grant mission is. They offer 12 weeks of concierge mentorship. You can say, with this 12-week mentorships, I'll be able to receive clarity and reassurance on how to develop in my particular market industry. While I stated earlier in this application what my challenges are, I believe the 12-week mentorship, the perks and deals that come in addition to the $100,000 investment opportunity, will allow me to be to really shoot for the stars, or will supercharge my business in a way that I possibly can't even explain in this answer. Okay, so get compassionate. All right, personal pronouns. This is all demographics, CEO demographics. And then they're asking, are you a member of Alabama HBCU? Maybe you get some extra incentive for being a part of them. Previous programs, if you haven't done any previous programs, that's fine. You can just scroll to the bottom and click on none.